Hey yo, how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video. We have the official announcement of the second Overdressed Ride Chain 2 crossover to Zero, and that is Magnolia. Let's talk about it. First of all, these cards will be featured in the exchange for the next tower event. Quick reminder that this is a team-based event, so if you haven't already found a team, please go get that sorted. The idea of the event, for those who may not know, you beat the AI to progress and get medals, you exchange the medals from the tower to get rewards, and if you don't like base rarity, you can also get the SP cards. They'll cost a bit more, but it's possible. Last time, the cards from the new set 18, boosted the drop rates from the event. I haven't gotten confirmation for this set yet, but that's something to consider with set 20. So if you are planning to roll for set 20, this could be a great bonus to collect more cards faster, more rewards faster. But if you haven't planned on rolling for set 20, maybe it's something to consider if you're a big fan of Magnolia. Overall, it should cost around 51,600 to exchange for all the Stoicheia cards. This is based on how much it costed to complete the Dragon Empire stuff from the last event. For JP players, you should have a good enough experience with the event previously, so you should have a good idea of how to budget your resources. But of course, be wary of using your bonuses, be wary of using your teammates' decks, be wary of your time and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, overall, enough with the event. Let's just go straight to the cards. I think this is the high part. So let's start off with the boss, Sylvan Horn Beast Dragon Magnolia. So this is a triple rare grade 3 Stoicheia Wild Dragon. Stoicheia means that you can actually play this in all the Stoicheia clans in Zero. So this includes Great Nature, Magcolony, it includes Aquaforce, Granblue, etc. Alright. Persona Ride, when you normal ride a Vanguard with the same name as this unit, you draw a card, and this unit gets +5. So again, similar to Dragon Empire's treatment, it got nerfed to only giving the Vanguard +5, but that's okay, because Magnolia has a great Persona Ride skill. Vanguard Circle, at the end of this battle, this unit attacked, can last 2 to choose one of your high beast rearguards and have that unit able to attack from the back row. It also gets 3k until end of turn. If you Persona Ride, you can choose 3 instead. Now, unfortunately, they did nerf the bonus power from 5k to 3k, so hitting the numbers might be a bit difficult, but when your opponent's at 4 or 5, this can be really, really scary. Persona Riding, giving your whole back row, the ability to attack from the back row, seems quite devastating. And I have some ideas, so stick around and we'll talk about it. Next up, we have the Grade 0, Sylvan Horn Beast Latte. Grade 0, at the start of your ride phase, return a Grade 1 from your hand to your deck to ride a Sylvan Horn Beast Charis from your deck. That's the Grade 1. If you rode, you cannot normal ride during that ride phase. In the Soul, when you ride Magnolia, remove this card and call the top card of your deck. So this is quite interesting. They made some changes to the skill, and also, of course, they implemented the ride deck kind of concept that they did for the Dragon Empire ride chain as well. Here, for the Grade 1, we have Charis, Sylvan Horn Beast Charis, same skill. At the start of the ride phase, if the Grade 0 is in your soul, return a Grade 2, ride the Lattice, which is the Grade 2. If you ride, you cannot normal ride. In the back row, when this attacks, it gets, if your Vanguard is a Wild Dragon, it gets +3k, so it's a 10k attacker. Great synergy with Magnolia, of course. And again, this can be included in any Stoicheia clan. Next, we have the Grade 2 Lattice, Sylvan Horn Beast Lattice. Does the same thing at your ride phase. If the Grade 0 is your soul, you can return a Grade 3 from your hand to your deck to ride Magnolia from your deck. If you rode, you cannot normal ride. In the back row, when this unit attacks, if your Vanguard is a Wild Dragon, still +1 to get +5, so it's a 14k beater. Not a 15k anymore, but 14k still is nice, especially if you're going first. And one more thing is that since Magnolia doesn't have a new keyword like Overdress, our +1 to the party is actually going to be Gwinosla. Hard to pronounce it. Gwinosla. Alright, Gwinosla instead. This is a triple rare unit from DBTO1. It's the first non-SD Overdress unit in Zero, so that's quite interesting. Could this mean that we have a chance at supporting our Zero Overdress decks in the future? It's hard to say, but it's not entirely impossible. But obviously, I honestly think that we're gonna probably at least see all the ride chains in Zero first before we get more support for these ride chains. Its skill is grade 2, 9k, again downgraded. In the back row rearguard circle, when this unit attacks, if your vanguard is a wild dragon, counterblast 1 to have another back row rearguard get the power equal to this power of this unit. So again, when we're talking about needing to hit those numbers, because in the zero format, needing to hit those numbers are really important. There's no guarding, actually. Gwinosla is very, very important. It's very, very important, right? When you persona ride, you know, your back row could be like, you know, 9 plus 3, it could be like, what, 7 plus 3 plus 3, 10, 13k. Might not be able to like push for game, but Gwinosla is what's gonna help you actually achieve that, and, you know, help you hit over those numbers, which is really quite nice. A few thoughts before we end off here. There is a clear restriction to the Wild Dragon High Beast kind of name. This limits the viability of the ride chain in many, if not most, of the Stoicheia clans. Some of the clans that we discussed in the Discord was like Great Nature and Granblue, with Great Nature having the High Beast to play, and Granblue being able to resurrect ride chain units to actually make the plays possible. Another interesting idea, just on top of my head, would be like, you know, using the ride chain in Aquaforce. You get your multi-attacks in, and you can also plus with like Algos and Valeria. In the back row, they can counterblast 1, still get the +5, so they can hit 14 by itself with the +3, that's 17. With triggers, maybe they're hitting 22. On hit, they get, you know, +1, either drawing or retiring. So that's quite interesting. But honestly, personally, I do think that the best pick for Magnolia in Zero would be Great Nature. It's simple, it fits in the clan quite well. There's no big need to overcomplicate your game plan. For the sake of the ride chain, it just has better synergy, in my opinion. But yeah, what are your thoughts? I mean, I'm super interested to hear your ideas. I'm not a very big Magnolia guy, so if you have any better understanding of these clans in Zero or the cards in Overdress as well, I think you could better apply this than I could. Which clan do you think Magnolia would work best in Zero? Let me know down below. I'd be so honored to hear your thoughts. And let's play the clip from the showcase from the YouTube channel as we show how these cards work in game, and I guess I'll see you all next time. Bye!
Ride! Skill 発動 コール リアガードにアタック リアガードにアタック ヴァンガードにバックチェック セカンドチェック 完全ガード スキル発動 アタックスキル発動 チェックまだ終わりじゃないヒールトリガーヴァンガードにスキル発動ダメージチェックまだ終わりじゃないヒールトリガーヴァンガード